What's up, Yang Gang? I am so sorry they're doing the alarm right now, and this is the only time I can do this video. Hope it's not too distracting for you, but this is going to be about some questions that I think we should all think about as Yang Gang supporters, or if you're not a Yang Gang supporter, if you're not Andrew Yang supporter, please just saying that, then that's totally fine too. You're just here just to wonder, okay, what is going on here? Welcome. We welcome you with open arms. So, this is the last time I'm going to mention this New York rally. So, I'm going to move on. But I was watching a street interview, and I'll link in the description below. And this guy, he did pretty well. There's some awkward moments. I think he was, I like his energy, like, I can tell he was pretty much the supporter of Yang. I really want to see, how everybody else was feeling about him. And he raised a couple of good questions. So I'm going to ask you guys or pose three questions that I think are good for the Yankeesters to think about. Okay, so the first one is, would you vote for Bernie if it came down to Yang or Bernie? Or even like Bernie, Biden, Bernie, or Trump. Like, what of that, And it was very interesting. And actually, my friend Jack, he actually had access, asked me this like before. So I was like, oh, okay, I know what my answer is. And my answer personally is that I would vote for Bernie if it came to Bernie or Biden, or Bernie or Trump. If it came down to Bernie or Andrew Yang, then I would vote for Andrew Yang in a heartbeat. But it would be a very if Yang's out of the picture, if we couldn't pull it through, which I highly doubt it, but another realm, if we couldn't pull it through, I would vote for Bernie, but it would be like a less enthusiastic yes. In 2016, I think I did vote for Bernie in the primary. So I was for him. I hated Hillary. I didn't like her for reasons. I didn't really care for Trump either. So at the time, funny how that happens. I actually ended up voting for him, but I now that like Andrew Yang is in the picture, he totally has changed like everything. Now, so the reason why, and I understand why people would say no, I wouldn't even vote for Bernie at all at this point. But for me, my like my like general hope of like people is, I don't know, like I'm just like, okay, sure, some change is better than nothing. Bernie would change maybe some things that I kind of am down for, like the Medicare sister. He would hopefully um evolve that into something that would benefit all people, or most people. Right now, it doesn't benefit a lot of people, our medical system. So that's one thing. And in terms of the free college thing, it actually wouldn't really help me. I'm not in college anymore. I only did one semester and I hated it, so I stopped. I was like, okay, let me just like work my cashier job and then do videos on as my hustle, as my side hustle. And so far I've been doing pretty well actually. Okay, I have been making money, but not by like ad revenue or anything like that. I actually have a donator on Patreon. So sweet. I actually know him from Twitch. If you don't know, Twitch is the gaming streaming platform. But yeah, like that was really that's like the only revenue I'm getting from this, but it's great. Like is totally grateful. But like it's not enough to like quit my job. So so yeah. Why did I go on that? Oh yeah, so college, right. So I don't know if Sanders is still running on this platform, or this is like his main policy that he's pushing. Cause I haven't really interested in not only just Bernie, but just like any of the candidates. I just haven't really been into watching any of them except for yeah, like that's That's the only person I'm like watching. But I'm pretty good at like kind of gathering my thoughts about people, like how other people are reacting to them, and I'm good at like I know stuff still. Like it's not like I'm like in the dark. Like I know stuff. So yeah, I mean like the free college thing, like it wouldn't really help me, and it wouldn't really help a lot of people because as Jay has said in the Joe Rogan podcast, that college is not the answer to our problems. We have deeper, more fundamental problems rather than just getting into college and having a degree. Like we're past. We're like honestly, I think we're like past that. Like I think for the most part, college is like really like is a bullshit. Like it does not matter for I would say be generous 60% of people. Okay, being generous. Okay, and obviously the people that should are like your typical like very you need to study a lot of things like doctors or lawyers, stuff like that. Okay, but why aren't we like championing trade schools? People to be plumbers, people to be electricians, people to help mechanics. Why aren't we championing those? Trash men. Why, like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's other problems, but again, like I kind of like Bernie's energy for the most part. I'm not too thrilled about him being so old. Like I'm not. I mean, like it kind of ages, but like I'm not too thrilled about that because, as we all know, that being the president is very, very stressful, and I don't know. I just don't. I just have a awkward feeling about us having another, quite frankly, another elderly president. Like, I don't know. I'm not too thrilled about that, um, which is unfortunate. But yeah. So that is my answer to that question. What do you think? I know some of you guys are gonna be like, no. It's it's funny. Like I know Bernie, like the Bernie Bros or whatever, they had like their phrase "Bernie or bust," which I kind of love. But like, I don't know if like Yang has one too. Like, does he have like I don't know, like Yang or nothing? I was really thinking about this so hard. I'm like, okay, maybe we can say like like Yang or Dang. Like we could have saved or made this country a bit more bearable, but we missed our chance and we fucked it up. Like I don't know, like if you can think of something, like let me know. But it's Yang or nothing. I understand that. I do. But I want to know what you think about him. Okay. On to the next question that this reporter proposed, and that is, would you? Okay, have a scenario. If another candidate had the policy, okay, I'm down for the UBI, Universal Basic Income, but instead of $1,000 per month, $2,000 per year to all adults, 18 and up, I'm going to propose $2,000 per month, and that would equate to $2,400 a year for every adult, 18 and up. Okay, so would you vote for that candidate instead of Yang? And this question is super funny. And the reason why like we have to think about it is because people are gonna say that. Like people think that like most of the Yang gang just consists of people that are like that like want like this money so bad. Like we do, but like it's not our driving force. Like it's kind of like the Joker and the Dark Knight. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. And that is it. Like, we, first of all, my answer is no. But we, as a whole, I believe, are into Andrew Yang, not just because about the money, but because what it represents. We love that he is liberating us in a sense that I don't think any other politician has done in a while. Like he is the freedom dividend, which is perfectly named, by the way. He did a great job studying and making sure this was the right name to champion. But the freedom dividend is just that. It's like, okay, this is the American people's opportunity to utilize our democracy and get some money just for basic living. Now I know it sounds like it's a handout or whatever. I'll get to the 2000 thing, but like I know it sounds like a handout. So I was like, okay, like really, like nobody earns. Who, like what? Why should anybody be getting free money, right? I understand that. I really understand that. And if I know most of you guys are probably on board, but for some of you guys that aren't, and you don't know why this UBI would work or how it could work or why would it not, why would it like in a sense like it would probably make people less likely to work, it would actually do the opposite, like giving people, because now I think as a humanity we're at a point where we know what to do, like we know how to like be civil and also do what we gotta do. We're not we're still animals, but we're not savages, you know? Like we're not gonna just like devolve. Like I don't know, like it's just weird. Like it's a very interesting question because you either have, to me, like you either have one or two options. Are we going to treat each other like we are sensible beings, or are we just gonna just be like, okay, forget that person. I'm gonna do my own thing. If they survive, fine. My nose is running, sorry about that. And if they survive, fine. If they don't, whatever. I don't care. But the problem with that attitude is that when you dismiss that person as nothing, they're probably gonna come back and do some real, they're gonna do some shit to you. Like they're gonna treat you as if you're nothing too. And that's when, in theory, like riots would happen. That's when revolutions will happen, civil wars occur. I'm so sorry about that. But that is what Andrew Yang is trying to avoid. He's trying to be like, okay, we have to unite and realize that we, as humans, we're more than like, just like we're more than animals. We're pretty decent beings. No, pretty decent, okay. We are beings with empathy. We're beings that care for one another. We are beings that can work together and can communicate. So I think the UBI, that is what it stands for. It's not just about the money. It's about actually uniting and getting, literally like securing the bag, getting this thing that we can all band for. Like, okay, yeah, we all need to pay our rent. Yeah, we all need to eat food. Yeah, we all need to like care for maybe potential or like a spouse, partner, children. Yeah, let's get this fucking bag, okay? So, yes, yes. And just because another candidate would offer 2,000 more dollars, that wouldn't even make a difference. Like, I'm not there for the money. I'm here for Andrew and what he represents to me, and the money is great. Like, trust me, the money's gonna be fucking great. Okay, like I can't wait until we get that money. But like even if Bernie decided to run on that, if Bernie decided to make a UBI a policy and hey, let's get $2,000 instead of $1,000, it seems like pandering at that point, wouldn't it? It seems like okay, like you're trying to pander to me, and now it seems like you know that I'm for Andrew, and now you're just trying to sway me with ooh, here's more money. Like that kind of seems kind of questionable. You know, it makes me less likely to trust you actually because now you're trying to pander to me. So yeah, and that kind of brings me to my third. Yes, so my again, my answer is no. I would not support another candidate if they offer $2,000 a month, for in the case of universal basic income would be established. Okay, and that brings me to my third question. Now this one I kind of like it's based off of the other questions. Sorry guys. Girl, I got allergies and it's not fun, okay? I'm allergic to pollen. But that kind of like honestly, like the third question is not nothing. I kind of wanted to make it a three to make it like whole, but I guess it would be like would like would you like vote for Bernie if he did have UBI of some sort? Like what like would you? And it's like no, like I wouldn't like this is a question that I thought about. I'm like, huh, what if you combined it? What if you had Bernie, like I mentioned before? What if he had offered, the UBI policy and made it $2,000? And again, I have to say no. No, 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 ma'am, no, no, sir. Again, it's Yang. It's what he represents. It is not entirely about the money, And Yang has other policies that I really, really love a lot. Like, you know, the Medicare for all, single payer healthcare. Like, I don't know that much about the healthcare system, but I trust them in that regard. I'm like, okay, yes, I understand the gist of it. It's like you don't want to make everything, you don't want to make like just one system dominate. You want to give people options. And like, I don't know why, but like, why can't people have options anymore? Like, here's another, I don't know if it's a policy. I think it is, but like, I don't know what it's called. But this, how Andrew Yang has, like he, in regards to younger people, especially younger people that are in like maybe like coming about to graduate high school or like starting college or maybe had or finishing up college, like give them the option to like go abroad and live abroad, not well, live far away or like live in another state or something like that. I mean, maybe he would maybe he would encourage living abroad too. Oh, let's go to South Korea, by the way. But um yeah, like to live in like different, like live in another state or like visit another state. But wants uh he wants to implement this UBI to also encourage people to stay in their state, to stay where they are living, maybe in their rural town, in their like small town, so that maybe they can like start their own business there, or they just have the means just to stay there. He wants people to think for themselves. He wants people to have the options and let us fly. Let us go. Like why can't we do that? Like that is, I think it's so brilliant that he has that mindset, because it really is liberating to think that wow, our president, our country actually believes in us enough to let us choose, to let us really like dictate our own lives, okay? So yeah, if Bernie were to just like tackle on the UBI policy, I wouldn't be thrilled, because that's not the only reason why I enjoy Yang and his policies. And of course, the other stuff like legalizing marijuana and like getting the criminals that are in there for like very just like ridiculous charges for selling marijuana or using marijuana. Well, selling would be kind of more harsher, but like for using it, definitely like get them out of jail. Like that's like, come on, what the heck's going on here? Well, I know what's going on. A little bit of racism, perhaps, but yeah. And Andrew Yang mentions this, which is also why I think Black people should really take note of that, because Andrew Yang is really paying attention to how Black people have been really just like disenfranchised by prisons and private prisons. But yeah, I mean that policy is great. The only and again, what do you think? Would you vote for Bernie if he decided to run on UBI? Before I start my other rant, is it a rant? I don't know. I honestly, like, I'm so hyped right now. I don't even know what I was about to say. But um, shit, what was I about to say? Um, I think I know. Okay, guys, you guys are watching me just like lose my mind, but it'll come up. So UBI. Oh yes, I'll finish off with this. Like again, those 3 questions I think are really important for us to think about. Let me know what you think. Please, I love to know. I love talking to you guys in the comments below and just in general. But yeah, the only policy that I'm not a big fan of, it's not even like an important one, like it's just like one that he has mentioned, like even in his, like he's mentioned this in like his book, and I actually listened to the war on normal people. Listen to all of it, all like 6 hours and whatever minutes. The only one that like I wasn't a fan of was in reference to like phone users spending too much time on their phones, and that impacting mental health, which that is true. But he kind of wants there to be like some sort of system. There goes my phone. He wants to be some, you know what? Give me one moment. See, like, that's what I get for spending too much time with you guys. But yeah, speaking of phones, that's actually my alarm. Actually, I gotta go to work like literally like right now, but I'm having too much fun. But yeah, so in reference to that, he will want like these phones to like send a message like, hey, like maybe like you know, slow down using your phone so much, like maybe go outside, talk to a human of some sort, which I'm not, I just don't like that, because I think that, you guys probably know, I love Gary Vaynerchuk a lot, and Gary Vaynerchuk is like the opposite. He's like, listen, this is a technology, like the internet is so important, like if you really want, not obviously he's not trying to dictate what people should do, but he's actually more for like, hey, yeah, be on your phones all the time. That's where life is happening pretty much, you know. Which I kind of agree, cuz like yeah, like that's how I connect with people. Like I don't know many people in my life. I don't actually there's nobody in my life that really is into K-pop like I am into Andrew Yang, like I am into most TV shows that I like. So the internet is a great way for me to like express myself and to meet other people that have the same interests, like you guys. So that is like my outlet, but I do understand. Like I go outside. I do have like a friend that I hang out with, and that's really important too. I'm just not a fan of like like my phone annoying me, being like, hey, like stop using me, go outside. I'm just not a fan of that. But other than that, like there's no other like policy that like kind of like gets on my nerves like that does from Andrew Yang. So yeah. Wow, guys, I went to do a longer video, and that indeed I did do. So with that, yeah, let me get the heck out of here, guys. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Just here to spread the word. Here to get Yang his get the conversation rolling about him, man. I'm telling you, we can do this. And this is so important to me, and I am so grateful to be making these videos and you guys enjoying them, for the most part. Like, listen, if I have haters, that's totally fine. Like, it's fine. I don't really have any, actually. Like, actually, you guys have been really nice. But I know in the future, like, I'm probably gonna get, an inch, more popular. So I gotta prepare for that. But I just really think that me doing these videos are really important, just to just spread word of mouth, actually see yes, Yang is impacting people's life. He's making a difference. We really do love him, and we need him in that fucking White House. Okay, so let's fucking get this shit. My mom's, let's get this shit. Okay, let's do it. Yang gang, what do you say? All right, see you later. 안녕.